Hi, everyone. It's Josh, and I am back with a part 2 of how do you write better lyrics. Last week, I gave some tips on, what are some of the ways that I think about writing better lyrics, and, I gave some suggestions about books. So like the Writing Better Lyrics by Pat Pattison is a great example where he talks about object writing, which is a very, very cool exercise that you can do anytime, anywhere. Pick an object, write about it for 10 minutes using all your senses and that kind of thing. I also mentioned the Book of Longing by Leonard Cohen, which is a poetry book. There are so many amazing poets. There are so many great books. There's really no wrong way. I also talked about memorizing songs by your favorite artists or favorite lyricists. Today, I wanted to talk about a few more things because it is such a big topic and it does get brought up so much. I wanted to make sure that I gave a couple of other examples. So I've got something that I wanted to read you here. One of my favorite ways to get better at writing lyrics and writing songs in general is something that I call active listening. Okay, active listening is not a new concept. It's not something that I made up. This is something that a lot of people talk about, but I have kind of my own definition of what active listening is, and I'm going to read that to you right here. So I say active listening is more than just hearing a song. It's about dissecting it with intention and curiosity. It's listening under a microscope to understand why a song resonates, how it's constructed, and what makes it timeless. When you actively listen, you're not just enjoying the music, you're studying it. Okay, and there's that word again, study, right? If you want to get better at anything, you have to study. You have to know what the best of the best have done in the past in order to get inspired to create something of your own. Here's what active listening involves: identifying key elements, melody, structure, lyrics, hooks, production, and emotional impact. Number 2, asking why. So why does the song stick with me? Why does this chord progression work? And why does this lyric feel so powerful? And then, even getting to the point where, okay, if you want to go crazy, writing all these things down, writing the whys. Why does it resonate with you? And there's no right or wrong answer exactly. Number 3, applying insights, taking what you've learned and using it to inform your own songwriting. And that's what this is all about. That's what active listening is for. It is the study element of listening to music. It's not just putting it on in your car and screaming to the top of your lungs the lyrics. It's more like you're listening with deeper intention. And the goal is to help you internalize these elements so deeply that they become part of your creative DNA, influencing your work in ways that feel authentic and inspired. So active listening, big one. That's a big one. Okay, and the other thing that I wanted to talk about is a little more challenging, I think, to explain. But I often have conversations with great songwriters where we talk about, does a lyric sing well? How does it sound when sung? I notice that amateur songwriters don't quite have a grasp on the things that sing well. I'm talking about, how is the lyric phrased? Does it sound musical? Does it have like a pleasing quality to the ear? There is a theory that the S sound, the S consonant, it's very sensual to the ear. It's very sense implying or inducing to the ear. So one time I decided that I was going to try a little exercise and I wrote a song. It's called Anywhere But Here. Actually, it's on my solo page if you want to check it out. The lyric says, stones sinking in a southern stream of spring and sunlight, you rest your eyes and follow all your dreams, dying to these things that keep you on your own. Okay, so I am trying to string along as many S's within that first kind of stanza of the lyric to try to get like this sort of like almost hypnotic, sort of sensual feeling from the listener, right? And so, Those are some ways that you can think about how are things sung? What is the reaction to the ear? Okay, there's an elephant in the room that I wanted to talk about. This is a hot button topic for people. I made the mistake of bringing up the idea of using AI in your music to a bunch of songwriters at this camp that I taught at in July. The room was divided, but it was a very heated, very passionate conversation. Some people are very against the use of AI in music, and some people are open to it or maybe even for it. I'm rather agnostic. I think that it is a useful tool for sure, very useful in certain applications. And yes, I think that it actually can be useful in helping you to become a better lyric writer. Do I think that AI is capable yet of beating Bob Dylan at his own game? No, I'm sorry, not yet. I don't think AI can write a lyric as good as Bob Dylan. All it has to go off of is things that have been written in the past. And your ability to come up with a unique idea and create something that is totally you, totally inspired, that is still a very, very, very important thing that I don't believe AI has been able to master. And I don't know, maybe it never will. The jury's still out. Have I experimented with inputting prompts, even maybe some of my own lyrics or some stanzas of lyrics to see if I can get AI to give me some ideas? Absolutely. Is that wrong of me to do? I sure hope not. I've been writing songs for 32 years without AI. I think I've learned how to do it by now. If you're open to using AI, it can be a very useful tool in helping you to come up with at least ideas, maybe even some lines that you might want to use or that you might want to tailor to create a better lyric. I wouldn't be against anybody using AI for that reason. There are a lot of people that are willing to just use AI to completely spit out a song for them and spit out a lyric for them based on some prompts, and they're going to think that that is good, and that's awesome. To each their own. But I'm talking about how can you level up in your lyric writing, and why not use these tools? I think of AI as an evolution in, a dictionary where you're maybe looking up certain words. What does this word mean? Or, a rhyming dictionary. I used to carry around a rhyming dictionary that I loved for so many years, and I don't know what ended up happening with it. Bought it in England, but that was an incredible tool for me. And you can use AI in that same way. Hey, can you give me some rhymes for the word daylight or whatever, and it'll spit you out a bunch of ideas. Using AI in this way, it's not a bad thing to do. I hope these are some ways that will help you to think about how you can study and become a better lyric writer. And just want to say thank you so much again for watching this video. I hope it helped. And above all, stay creative, stay human, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Hey everybody, I just wanted to invite you to download a free copy of my ebook, Songwriters SOS. SOS stands for Spark, Optimize, and Seek. Spark inspiration with gratitude. Optimize your environment and routine, and seek new experiences and perspectives. In this ebook, I talk about some of the ways that you can optimize your life for creativity. I've got some prompts for you and some exercises for you, but it expands on everything I talk about in these YouTube videos, how to break through creative blocks, how to generate endless song ideas. It's completely free. Just sign up for my newsletter and I'll send it straight to your inbox. Hit the link in the description and grab your copy of it now. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing Songwriters SOS with you, my free ebook.